From WHO 13 News, the local news leader, this is WHO 13 News at 4.
Good afternoon. I'm Erin Kiernan. Thanks for being with us here on WHO 13. I'm alongside meteorologist Gabe Prough, and with good reason. This first half of our 4 o'clock show has been all weather. Yep. You guys have been wall to wall. There's a lot going on.
We have, yeah. It's been a very busy and active afternoon. So we want to get you to radar right now just to kind of reset the scene here. This is a look across the state right now. We do have still some severe thunderstorm warnings in the viewing area. I first want to take you down near Oskaloosa, where a severe thunderstorm warning continues for those counties here. That warning goes into effect later on this afternoon until 5:15 for Mahaska, Marion, Monroe, and Poweshiek counties. That storm, we're watching for some hail potential. You see some of those bright white colors, as well as the potential for some strong winds. A cell we're monitoring very, very closely. I do want to also just briefly mention here this cell that is moving off really just west of Iowa City that does have a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado with that cell. So if you have any loved ones, anyone you know in Iowa City, they are not currently under a warning yet, but that cell is headed that way and is something you want to keep in mind. Still several tornado warnings just off to our north and east, but overall the scene is calming here in the metro, but we do have several severe thunderstorm warnings still off into eastern Iowa. And now we're just watching those gusty winds. And I also do just want to show you these storm reports. These are all the different reports we've seen over the last 12 hours across the state. We saw significant hail in Ames, very large hail down near Centerville, and then now a few tornado reports off into some of those eastern counties. And behind these storms, we have seen very strong winds moving in. These are sustained winds right now, 38 miles per hour in Ames. Gusts have been even higher than that. Here's a look at over the last 3 hours where you've seen those gusts now reaching near 50 miles per hour in some spots. 52 miles per hour in Lamoni. These are not associated with thunderstorms. These are just strong winds. So we have these to deal with through the night tonight, as well as, yes, a round of snow later tonight. We could even see some accumulation in some parts of northern Iowa. So we are not done with the busy weather yet, while the severe weather threat is winding down. We'll talk more about what we can expect through the day ahead, as well as have another check at those current conditions coming up in your full forecast in just a little bit. Okay, I'm being told actually we do have a new tornado warning now in effect for Marshalltown. We're going to get over to radar here with that. We can go back and take the radar full here. Jeriann and Brett are going to gear up here for that warning here. I'll toss it over to them in a moment here. But we do want to get you the latest on that storm for the Marshalltown area. That cell moving off to the north and east. These cells are moving very, very quickly as well, around that 50 mile per hour range. Here is the very latest on that warning here. That is in effect for Blackhawk, Grundy, Marshall, and Tama counties with the tornado potential there. Brett, what's the very latest on that?
Yeah, it does sound like it. Right near the Marshalltown airport is where the radar indicated tornado is. And that's moving to the northeast at 40 miles per hour. There's also a sliver to the northeast with Franklin and Hardin counties. These came out back to back here in the last minute for tornado warnings. Kind of right on the edge of our viewing area. Of course, Marshalltown definitely in our area. We had a tornado there just a few years ago that went through downtown Marshalltown. This is maybe a little bit farther outside of the town proper, but we still want to make sure that folks are seeking shelter in Marshalltown and areas over the northeastern half of that county. Again, the biggest issue to the north with that thunderstorm will be in Grundy and Butler County up toward Parkersburg, of course, another area that we are well acquainted with. But our Marshall County storm, this is moving to the northeast. Gladbrook at 4:47, Dinsdale at 5 o'clock, on to Buckingham and Evansdale out of the viewing area here after that. So again, we are watching these, as we said earlier, move to the east out of central Iowa, be more spin into the eastern part of the state, and that's exactly kind of what's happened.
Yeah,
Let's go back to radar here real quick. This is the second round that we were concerned about, so I need to explain that to folks. If we can back out just a little bit just to show the storm movement there. Many of these communities already experience strong to severe thunderstorms, but we had the second line that's now pushing through, and that's where we're starting to see these tornado warnings. And again, that's right around the Marshalltown area, and that's the one we want to go in close on, is that tornado warning for Marshall County at this point. And is my microphone funny, or is it okay? No. Okay, there you go. There is that tornado warning in effect. And again, that will be in effect until, can we put the time on it to see, until 5:15 here. Okay, it's 4:31. Now there's nothing screaming from just looking at this that it has a ton of rotation, but let's go in closer and just kind of check the shear and the different winds here on this line. I would guess most, just by glancing at this point, it's strong straight line winds. And we've had reports of some 50 to even 60 mile per hour winds at this point. But I'm not seeing any rotation there. Gabe, you agree?
Yeah, I was just looking at this. It really, the rotation there is not too impressive. It maybe spun up a little bit ago, but then as it's lifted off to the north and east, you could see there were, some hints of those green colors up near Albion, but those have kind of gone away now. And again, we look for those green colors that are winds moving toward the radar, the reds moving away. That's really gone away for the most part here. Maybe a little bit of weak rotation. But overall, this likely was a brief spin up. And those are pretty common on these lines, too. We'll often get just a little bit of spin on the leading edge of these lines, especially when we have such an active day like today.
It's turning a little bit into what we kind of usually expect with a big bow echo, where these spin ups, they can happen kind of in between radar scans. They're there and then they're gone. You see how this is one big line, Jeriann. It's not those individual supercells like we're looking at earlier with big hooks.
Right. That's exactly what caught my attention here right now. And we typically see it bow out, kind of like a bow and arrow, and that gives us some indication of the speed and the intensity with these winds. I have no doubt we already experienced some really strong winds around the Des Moines metro area with this system. We apparently have Dave Price in Marshalltown. Brett, you have something before we go to him?
Yeah, we've got more coming from the National Weather Service, and they're kind of saying the same thing. They're seeing all sorts of couplets that are popping up on this line. Again, these are very hard to warn. This is now kind of the way this is setting up is similar to when we had the December derecho, and we had over 60 tornadoes in one day, where it's just one after the other kind of down that line. Again, they're there, they're gone. But at 60 or 70 miles per hour, again, if it's only there for a couple minutes, that's a couple miles worth of damage that it can do. So I think as this moves out of the viewing area, at least the northern edge of this, where it's closer to the low and there's a little bit more kind of torque with it to begin with, we're probably going to see areas to the northeast start to see quite a few more tornadoes pop up on this line, or at least warnings. There it is. Again, it's not necessarily the biggest rotation, but they're going to pop up kind of one after the other.
Right. Let's clear this here a second and go through that line moving through. And this is a dry line at this point, and this is where we're getting some really intense winds that are probably leading to some damage. Thankfully, we haven't heard any reports of that, but it could be pretty scary if you were in this situation. We want you to be in your safe spot, that's for sure. So let's go in close to the line of these strong storms that are now developing, and numerous tornado warnings are popping up associated with this. And we're also hearing reports that we have Dave Price in Marshalltown. Can we hear from him to describe what he's experiencing?
Hey, we are just on the south side of Marshalltown. We were just listening to the hail as we stopped at a stop sign. So the hail was hitting us, very small hail from the west. So we're headed north now as we head toward the airport. Essentially, as you can see from Lee's car cam, it's just light rain. I think we've now gotten out of the hail, but getting darker than what we saw before. We were up in Ames where they had the heavy hail that had hit that area, kind of covered the ground, looked like light snow, and then really nothing for a while as we headed east. So this is the first patch of harder rain, I guess, although this is pretty moderate at this point, but the sun has definitely disappeared.
thank you so much. He is around Marshalltown. And again, these are the communities that are being warned right now for a tornado warning. And that's because we have a line of really intense winds. This is a new tornado warning in effect for Black Hawk, Bramer, Butler, as well as Grundy and Marshall and Tama. And this will be in effect until around 5:15. So about the next 45 minutes. But we're getting reports of like 3 couplets happening here. And what that means is we're just getting some bursts of some really intense winds occurring that are leading to some rotation. Now there's nothing that screams this right here, but that's where we're getting some reports just south of Grundy Center at this point. All along this line, we're going to continue to see some damaging winds.
Yeah, you can kind of see those couplets here. One is actually really just south west of Grundy Center. This one just to the northwest. And then almost, this might be stretching it a little bit, this one a little bit farther to the south. But that's what we're going to see with these lines. The Weather Service saying this warning is not only because of the tornado potential, which we're highlighting for you here with these little small, very tight circulations, but also just the potential for strong straight line winds. So this product here that we're showing you right now highlights rotation. But when we look at this, you can see these bright pink colors. Let me just kind of click on some of these to see what the actual radar estimates are. This is estimating winds upwards of 60, 65, 55 miles per hour along this line. Now keep in mind, this is a couple thousand feet up farther from the radar. There's a report 64 miles per hour. But it does look like from reports we're getting, this very well could be reaching the ground. So not only do we have that tornado potential with these cells all along this line that's really on our eastern fringe here, we also have that damaging wind potential as well.
Okay, so that's what's triggering these tornado warnings at this point. We started off with this round of thunderstorms creating a lot of large hail, and that was the system that's now in eastern Iowa. And now we're seeing this dry line move through to still what is a dangerous situation, and we're seeing some very strong winds develop. Grundy Center, near Marshalltown, also Gilman, and this goes right along I-80. Our strongest and our worst storms at this point are north of I-80 and east of I-35. They've already cleared the Hampton area. Hampton's still in a severe thunderstorm warning, it looks like. These are the tornado warnings in effect again around Grundy Center, Waterloo, as they continue to move off to the east. Things are clear and calm now. Now, I say that loosely, only because it is dry around Ames and Des Moines, but the winds are nasty. We're getting lots of reports from folks about how strong the winds are. These are thunderstorm winds right here, moving off to the east, northeast. And the winds right around Ames and Des Moines are still showing up around 50 miles per hour in Ames, 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts around Des Moines. And you can see some 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts right around Lamoni. So the strongest winds at 438 are right along I-35. Let's go back through, show the satellite and radar first, just so you can see the whole system here. These are all the tornado warnings and thunderstorm warnings in effect. Mason City, near Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Oskaloosa, Ottumwa, Marshalltown, Grundy Center. These are continuing to move off to the east, northeast rapidly. I promised you by about 5, 6 o'clock at the latest, these storms would be in eastern Iowa. So we still have another hour of this instability in eastern Iowa that is strong enough to lead to some damage. Gabe, are you seeing some new information?
Yeah, Jeriann, we do have a new report in from Marion County. So that's that cell down to the south we were talking about over near Oskaloosa of a 70-mile-per-hour report. Also 70-mile-per-hour wind gust report, also with some pea-sized hail in the report there. There's some power outages, loss of internet there as well. So this is a cell that is not tornado warned. I guess while we're on it here, we can take a look to see if it is showing any concerning signs of rotation, as really others along the line are. And again, not immediately, nothing really jumping out to me at the moment, but of course, with these cells that are on this line, we can very quickly get these spin-ups that can produce some of these tornadoes that, while are typically not long-lived, can be intense at least for a brief period of time. But at least it appears right now that greatest chance is right now in these northern cells that we've been tracking.
Yeah, and these are where we're probably seeing the best potential for some very straight line winds, but enough to lead to some damage. We're still seeing some hail returns in this heavy rainfall as well, but the biggest concern right now is the strong winds. The rotation mainly is now in eastern Iowa, and that's where we're seeing some of our strongest storms. However, folks probably around Marshalltown and in parts of northern Iowa are saying, well, the storm I'm experiencing is pretty bad as well. And we're going to continue. It's Parkersburg to Grundy Center. These are really starting to move into eastern Iowa's viewing area at this point. Allison, Greene, all starting to experience these strong winds. It looks like some hail returns just on the backside of these storms. Some very heavy rainfall, lots of thunder and lightning. If we couldn't put into motion the statewide view showing the lightning here, that will give you some indication of where our strongest storms are at this point, as they're continuing to produce a ton of rainfall, thunder and lightning. And right now that band is distinctly headed right for eastern Iowa, Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Dubuque, Davenport, Iowa City. Oskaloosa still dealing with a very strong thunderstorm as well. Let's go back to the warnings here real quick to walk you through why we're still talking about the weather and these strong to severe thunderstorms. And that's just because they are capable of leading to some damage. We have that tornado warning in effect for parts of Marshall County, Black Hawk, Bremer, Butler County, Grundy County, and that's in effect until 5:15. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Jasper, Mahaska, and Poweshiek County, and that's until 5:30. So our strongest storm at this point is right around Black Hawk, Bremer, Butler, and Grundy, and that's in effect until 5:15. Now we do have a new tornado warning coming out, and this is Black Hawk, Grundy, Marshall, Tama. Let's show this one, and that's in effect until 5:15. At 4:42, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing the tornado was located near Gladbrook and about 11 miles northeast of Marshalltown. It is moving northeast at a speed of around 40 miles per hour. We are definitely watching this line to see any rotation, but at this point it is producing some very strong winds as they continue to line up and hit northeast Iowa now fairly hard. Gabe is showing you right around the Gladbrook community.
Yeah, it does look like, again, this is the same cell that was just north of Marshalltown, and still no really clear or very strong signs of rotation, maybe perhaps some very slight rotation. I'm going to move the map up here closer to Grundy Center up in Grundy County. Once again, still some of those very small, slight circulations that we were talking about. The Weather Service said they were watching 3 of those, but again, we could still see some of those quick tornado spin-ups, and I'll move us farther to the north up near Parkersburg. Once again, that looks to be the maybe more impressive signature, but overall it's still pretty broad. But again, that's what we expect with these tornado warnings and these cells with mainly straight line winds, but then can also have some of these little brief spin-ups on the leading edge of these storms.
Okay, Gabe, we've been watching these storms for you all afternoon. It started around 1 o'clock. Gabe Prough has been doing a great job. Brett McIntyre, Megan Selwa has been tracking these all day. They are now moving into eastern Iowa. So all the tornado warnings for central Iowa have moved out. Now you may still be experiencing a very strong thunderstorm along the eastern fringes of our viewing area, but a new television station will be picking you up and keeping you updated. But I'm liking what I'm seeing in between Ames and Des Moines. Things have definitely calmed down, and I wouldn't be surprised if the watches continue to get lifted. Now, this is really kind of round 1 of the storm system, because remember, we've got some real winter weather on the way for parts of northern Iowa. We're going to take a break, gather some new information, but right now all the tornado warnings for central Iowa have ended. We hope you all stayed safe, and we can't thank you enough for staying with us through our coverage. We're going to have more on the news and the changing weather as this new winter weather starts to move into central Iowa when we come back.